Welcome to Hairy Man History, where we dust off the old pages of forgotten newspapers and breathe life back into the stories that have quietly shaped our culture today. Let's head into the rugged wilderness of the Pacific Northwest, back to the summer of 1924, when a group of mining prospectors came face to face with something they could scarcely believe. Long before the 1980 eruption that forever changed Mount St. Helens, this remote and untamed landscape held mysteries of its own. What you're about to hear is one of the earliest written records that I was able to uncover, an account that has stood the test of time for over a century. The following article comes from the Tacoma Daily Ledger, published in Tacoma, Washington on Sunday, July 13th, 1924. It recounts the hair-raising experience of a group of prospectors who claim to have been attacked by mountain devils on Mount St. Helens. Gorillas found at St. Helens. Kelso prospectors say they have seen strange animals in cascades, believed a myth for years. Special to Tacoma Ledger, Kelso, July 12th. The strangest story to come from the Cascade Mountains was brought to Kelso this morning by Marion Smith, his son Roy Smith, Fred Beck, Gabe Lefevre, and John Peterson, who encountered the fabled mountain devils or mountain gorillas of Mount St. Helens. This week, shooting one of them and being attacked throughout the night by rock bombardment from the animals. The men have been prospecting a claim on the Muddy, a branch of the Lewis River, about 8 miles from Spirit Lake, which is 46 miles from Castle Rock. They saw 4 of the huge animals, which are about 7 feet tall. It is estimated they weigh about 400 pounds. They walk erect. Smith and his companions have seen the tracks of the animals several times in the past 6 years, and Indians have told of the mountain devils for the past 60 years, but none of the animals has ever been seen by white men heretofore. Smith saw one of the animals, he says within 15 feet of himself, and fired at it with a revolver. One Thursday, Fred Beck shot one of the animals, which fell over a precipice. That night, the animals bombarded their cabin with showers of rocks, many of which were large ones, knocking chinks out of the log cabin. Some of the rocks fell through a hole in the roof, and 2 of them struck Beck, one rendering him unconscious for nearly 2 hours. The animals have the appearance of huge gorillas. They are covered with long black hair, even their faces being covered. Their ears are about 4 inches long and stick straight up. They have 4 toes, short and stubby. The tracks are 13 to 14 inches long. The tracks have been seen by forest rangers and prospectors for years. The prospectors built a new cabin this year, and it is believed it is close to a cave occupied by the animals. Mr. Smith believes he knows the location of that cave. And there you have it, the original account of the famous Ape Canyon encounter, a story told by men who claim to have come face to face with something unknown in the remote wilderness of Mount St. Helens. What makes this event even more fascinating is how it didn't end with this article. After the story came out, we began to learn even more through the histories and stories of local Native American tribes. They had their own long-standing accounts of these beings. This encounter left such an impact that it gave its name to both Ape Canyon and the nearby Ape Caves, landmarks that continue to capture imaginations to this day. One of the men involved in this encounter Fred Beck, later wrote a book about his experience. I'll be covering that book in a future video, where we'll take a closer look at his perspective and dive deeper into this incredible story. Well, I hope you liked this little blast from the past. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate you for it. As always, keep searching, keep questioning, because the answers are out there. Until next time.